Okay, we're on. Hi everybody, it's Dara and Rochelle.
Hello.
Rochelle of Lover Chocolates, which you just saw because I'm going to link those videos together that we just did. So they saw the cake and the chocolates and the truffles, and then Rochelle started talking about her preparation of Irish moss. Say that fast 10 times. So I've used Irish moss before.
I think you've done like bringing someone through this Irish.
Okay, so I've used it before, but I've never used it on this channel ever.
That's amazing.
I know, because I always felt like people feel like it's complicated and you know, so and my way of making it is really not as good as Rochelle's way. She's got some tricks, so it's really good that we're introducing Irish moss here with Rochelle, that she used it in here. So I wanted for Christmas to share this present with you on what to do about Irish moss and to demystify it, because it's not that.
It's easy.
People think it's so complicated.
Yeah. Well, understandably, for starters, it's the kind of Irish moss you're using. This particular Irish moss is the one I like to use. I don't like the flakes.
No flakes.
I like the taste.
This is from Divine Organic, so well done to them. It's great.
Absolutely.
You can get it at the Raw Food World. Okay.
And I think Erewhon also sell it, just for people who are local to LA. Yeah, so this is the one.
It's a seaweed.
It's a seaweed, and it's great for joints.
Up there.
Oh, looking up there.
Yeah, unless we want to check out ourselves.
That old chum.
Up there. So yes.
So for me personally, the flakes taste like seaweed. I've just never figured out how to use it. So if someone knows how to use it, please let us know. We would love to know. But this particular one, what I do is I wash it, get out all the sand and stuff like that, and then I get a glass jar and I put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in it. And I just have this seaweed. Okay,
so when you say, we say glass jar, I'm going to be specific because I have Virgo rising and I need details. I would do it in a mason jar, yes? So a glass mason jar, filled up with water to the top, above the Irish moss, and put in how much hydrogen peroxide?
I would use like half a cap.
Okay, that's... Okay.
And also a little pinch of sea salt.
That's one of the tricks that Rochelle is fantastic at.
Yeah, that's because it softens it. Because it's sea salt. Sea salt softens seaweed.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
So then what I do that's different, and I learned something from Rochelle, is that I would rinse it, soak it overnight, and then I assumed it was done, and then I would drain it, and then I'd blend it into a gel, which would only last maybe like a week and a half in the fridge.
Yeah, totally.
But the way you do it, go ahead.
So what I do is I get the glass jar, and I put the seaweed in like we said, and I leave it for 5 days. So what that does is and you know, every couple of days I'll take the water out and I'll add more sea salt and hydrogen peroxide. And what that actually does is it completely removes any resonance of seaweed taste.
Right.
It completely removes.
Even if you do use it the way I do it, it's pretty much, it's not as seaweed as you would think. Like, you can mask it, but anytime you have to mask weird flavors, you have to put in a lot of fat and a lot of sugar, just like anything. The tonic herbs or anything that's strong, you got to work harder to mask it. So what Rochelle is doing is removing all traces of that flavor. I think that's amazing.
It makes a big difference. I also do this with the noodles, the kelp noodles.
Those are seaweed too. No, the kelp noodles have been, for me, okay, let's finish the Irish moss.
Irish.
I'm saying Irish moss. Okay, Irish moss. Let's finish that. So basically,
so then I, after 5 days, I take out the water. I wash it again one more time, just really quickly, and then I put it back in the jar with the water. And then whenever I want to use it, I just take a bit of seaweed and I put it in the dehydrator, in the blender, and add a little bit of water and make it into a gel like that. And then, so the gel's fresh.
That's the thing. Hers,
funny
so
aftertaste.
the bits, as she calls it, I leave the bits in the glass. So she leaves the bits because the
Shall
bits.
we show them what the bits look like?
Yes, but they won't look like what they'll look like after the soak.
that's
But
true.
we will show them the bits, and we're going to show them the glass jar, and I'm going to fill it with water. But the interesting thing is, if you ask Rochelle why, she just take out some of the bits and then blend it.
So it's fresh to use.
It's fresh. Yours lasts longer. So where
Yes.
mine would only have lasted like a week, yours the
Months.
bits.
I've had
I'm not in water, so they're just in a glass jar without water.
with water.
Or you leave it with water for
with
a month.
hydrogen peroxide.
For a month like that.
Just, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
hers will last up to a month. So
If
if you
not
blend
longer.
it into a gel, you got to use it within the week.
But then what I do, like when I take it out because it's been soaking in the fridge, I use it like all the time. But I've had times where I've left it in there for 2 months and I've forgotten about it, and then I've gone back to it, and then you just rinse it before you use it. That's it. Rinse it before you use it. Rinse it.
Rinse it before you use
Before
it.
you use it.
And that way you're getting off the hydrogen peroxide, the salt, and you're just freshening
And,
it up.
yeah, you're freshening
and I'm
it
telling you that Rochelle's skin looks so good all the time. And I
thank you.
think that the Irish moss, she makes these great lemonades.
I put it
she
on my face
puts
too.
it on her face. So if she's
So
going
I
to make
make
a
the
dessert.
gel.
Go ahead. So she makes
I
the
look
gel.
like a freak when I make my food.
Probably a really cute one though. Go ahead, tell us
You
how
kind of look a bit freaky because it dries and then it looks like you're peeling skin off your skin.
Yeah,
Looks
because
really-
so when this is soaked, let me
Just
show
for
you.
Halloween.
When it's soaked, when it's like this, it's brownish. But when you soak
Oh,
it,
it goes
it
white.
expands and it gets like a translucent white.
So that's the point. It expands. So you want to leave enough room in the jar. And the first time you do it, you want to kind of have less.
So let's show them. Ooh, it smells strong.
Ooh.
Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Hold on, don't talk yet because I have the mic on me.
Someone's come to visit. Hello. Yeah.
Okay, show us how much you put in because we're gonna get specific
Alright.
here.
So
It expands, so you don't want to fill the whole thing tight.
yeah, no. Like I would
It
start
stinks.
with
It
half.
really stinks.
It really does.
This is fresh, good stuff then.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well, it's the
Is it going-
same. It's all the
Okay.
same.
I've never smelled it this strong.
No,
Mm-mm.
I have.
Really? Whoa.
Yeah, I have.
This is fresh, I think. I think that means it's good. So, woo! I'm gonna add water to the top.
Yes.
I'm gonna use spring water.
Yeah. Oh, no, not yet. Because
You're gonna keep-
You're gonna.
Okay, I'll use my filtered water.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. Because you're going to wash it. You're going to have to get
Oh,
all
we're gonna
the
wash it now.
The grainy bits out of it. That's the first.
So basically, I'll go get a strainer top
Yeah.
and just keep rinsing and straining.
Yeah. So what you can do is, if you have a lid, we can shake it.
Yes.
You can do this in the sink as well. You can just like have a sieve and then just run filtered water over it.
I think it's nice to shake it
Yeah.
and then keep.
Get the bits
Ooh,
out.
that was strong. Don't be scared at home. It's
It's really
not gonna
bad
hurt
smell
you.
to begin with.
So it's good for your skin if you put it on your skin like Rochelle does, and I'm going to do, and it's really good for your intestines. It's soothing, kind of like aloe vera, right?
Soothing.
There's something else that's good
Good
for.
for the joints.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good for your thyroid. You're getting your seaweed.
Right, iodine, yes.
It's very high in minerals, so it mineralizes the body.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that it's really good for well, we've said intestinal stuff,
Yeah,
but then also for arthritic, because it lubricates the body.
yes. That sounds like it makes sense. So really, you can put this, uses for this are in smoothies. That's a great way. You just put some of it in a smoothie.
Yeah. Cream
It
cheese.
solidifies whatever you're making. So if you're using, like, you don't want to use, if you're making like some kind of pie, like a chocolate, chocolate cream pie, you don't have to use as much cashew or as much avocado. If you have
That's
Irish
right.
moss, it gives it like a solidity.
Yeah.
So you said you're using it in cheeses.
Yeah, I've just started. I've just started adding it to my cashew cheeses, and it gives it a beautiful, like, fluffiness. You don't need to use a lot of it. You can actually put too much in a recipe, and then it basically what it does is it removes the flavor of the recipe. It kind of gives it a non-flavor.
Right.
So you just want to add it gradually and taste. And then when you put it in the fridge, that's really the defining moment. After an hour of food being in the fridge, that's when you can actually tell, okay, I've done it the right amount this particular time.
And if it wasn't the right amount, would you take it out and adjust the
You
recipe?
can do
like
that,
you could make it
definitely.
like a pudding before you put it in your pie or something.
You can definitely do that, but you get to know it. That's the thing. Like, I don't do that.
That's why people think it's complicated.
Yeah.
Like they don't know it.
You don't need a lot though. So, for example, if I was making like a cashew cheese, can I for a second?
Yeah.
I would probably use, well, it expands, but I would probably use like just that much, like literally that bit down.
And how many
like
how
that
much?
much?
How much cashews would you use for that? Like a cup or two? A cup?
2 cups.
2 cups probably
2
for
cups,
that.
yeah.
So if you're making like a
2
key
cups
lime
of
tart
coconut.
or a chocolate pudding, you could,
Wash my hands.
like when you make chocolate pudding, you could do, you know, chocolate, coconut oil, and Irish moss, which is sweetener, blend that. And if you don't want to put it in a tart, you put it in a glass dish and it will just kind of gel up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think we're going to have Rochelle back and make some recipes. So I'll be soaking this I'll rinse it, I'll soak it for 5 days with some hydrogen peroxide, and then maybe you'll come back. Yes?
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that water.
I will.
Yeah. You don't want it.
Actually, this is going in your next tonic. It's like a lot of minerals.
Can't wait.
I wouldn't do that to you. You're like, oh, please rinse that. I'm going to fix the lighting. So what else do we want to tell everybody? Do we want to tell everybody anything else?
Well,
They can find your chocolates on your website, which we'll post below, but tell them the link.
yeah.
It's loverchocolates.
loverrawchocolate.com.
loverrawchocolate.com.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing chocolates, really. And you know I tell you the way it is.
Thank you.
Mhm.
We've been evolving and growing and expanding as far as recipes go. I've been trying to focus on, you know, one thing at a time because it is a very small business, but
So you're lucky to get it. If
I
you get
changed
it.
the formula too, so
It's gorgeous. I've
better
had the
to
recent
travel.
ones.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So it's more stable with travel now, so that's good to know. Yeah.
Well, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Um,
Prosperous and happy New Year.
yes.
Here's to an inspiring 15. I can't believe we're already at 15.
I know. It's going to be celebratory, I believe. We're celebratory already. We're already having fun.
I feel like a lot of people are just kind of evolving into the manifestation of who they really are.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like it feels like there's been a lot of work,
A lot of work.
self-discovery, and I feel like a lot of people around me now are kind of getting into a place where it's kind of grounded, it's anchoring down.
It kind of makes sense astrologically because the planet Saturn, which is the planet of work, has been in Scorpio, which is like the depth and underneath, and like those certain things have just been coming up for review. So a lot of hard things have happened to people.
Yeah,
a lot of hard
totally.
realizations, a lot of loss, and then now it's in Sagittarius as of like yesterday, 2 days ago. So now it's softer and we can make use of the things we've learned.
Yeah.
We can really start to celebrate. This seaweed is like, whoa.
It just stinks so bad.
Anyway.
My hands smell bad. Don't
maybe-
be put off by that.
No, don't.
Because it
put
doesn't
off.
end up like that.
No, it's
And
gorgeous.
you just leave it in the fridge. You don't have to do anything.
I'm going to show them. I'll do it and
Yeah.
I'll show you guys when it's ready. Yeah, I just want to say that, you know, as long as you don't have expectations, then, or we don't have expectations, we can be constantly, consistently surprised by life and love. Do you think?
Absolutely.
If we just keep it like,
Yeah, when you just flow, you'd be surprised at what kind of things
yeah,
unfold.
that's how we like to roll.
Well-
we prefer that to planning, when you just kind of
Yeah,
go with the flow.
yeah, much more.
Yeah.
Less
'cause
stressful.
it's less stressful, and then the serendipities. If you're so busy
Yeah.
planning
Yeah,
how you're
totally.
getting from point A to point B, and you've got all these steps, you might not take a step off that path.
Absolutely.
And, you know, have the fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're in the same thing with that. We're going to have some adventures coming up in the near future. So we will keep you posted. We love you guys. Get your greens on and start playing with your Irish moss.